Hello everyone. In this video we will see how to convert imperative to interrogative and imperative to assertive. So imperative sentences give a command, whereas interrogative sentences are used to ask a question. These are the functions we have to remember for both imperative and interrogative. Now imperative sentence is used to order, make request, give advice or suggestion. Okay, किसी को advice देनी है, suggestion देना है. So for that reason, for that purpose we are using imperative sentence. We use full stop at the end of the imperative sentence, and the structure of imperative sentence is either V1 in the beginning of the sentence, or sometimes we find please plus V1, or if it is a negative command, so we find don't plus V1. For example, open the door. So here open, it is the V1 form. Okay, so it has started with open V1. In the second example we can see please open the door. So here it is please plus V1. So this please is used because we have made a request. So if we don't want to use please, then also we can just write the imperative sentence without please also. But when we want to make request, we will use this word before V1. And when we want to give the negative command, we will add don't before that V1. So here this V1 is used in the beginning, so it shows that it is used to order something or it is used to make request something. So whatever this verb means, that order or request we are making to the other person. All right, so before we start, we need to understand assertive sentence also. Assertive sentence is used to tell. It is also called a statement. All these things we have seen in our previous videos. Okay, so you can watch it again. It ends with full stop. Assertive sentence always ends with full stop, and its structure is subject plus verb. Now why I am telling you all these things? Because in this video we are going to convert imperative into assertive and imperative into interrogative. So when we want to convert it, we must know that for what purpose it is used and what kind of punctuation is used in that and what structure we have to follow. So we have to follow all these things while converting. That's why it is very necessary for you to know the everything about assertive as well as interrogative. So as assertive is used for telling something, so interrogative is used to ask something. Here we use full stop, and in interrogative we use question mark. The structure of assertive is subject plus verb, whereas the structure of interrogative is verb plus subject plus verb. If WH words are there, they are used in the beginning before first verb. So now an interrogative form is actually milder or more polite form of the imperative sentence. So when we want to convert imperative into interrogative, okay, so at that time it will sound very polite. Let us see. However, the addition of or not, sometimes we add or not after the question. So when we add or not, so that adds a touch of threat to the command. So let us see some of the examples. Imperative sentence, stop talking. Here we can see that it starts with V1, okay, and it just gives command. So in interrogative you can say will you stop talking. So it is more polite than imperative. Okay, we have converted into interrogative. So how we have converted, what things we have followed? So we have followed the structure. First of all, will you we have used. Will is the verb, you subject, and stop again verb, at the end question mark. Okay, so we have to use the subject you, because when here it is not given but it is understood that it is told to the fellow, the other person who is before us. Or we can even say it more politely, that will you please stop talking. So here we have converted this imperative into interrogative, and when we convert imperative into interrogative, it becomes bit polite. Okay, and when we add please, it becomes more polite. You can even say or not, you can even use or not at the end, but when you use or not at the end, it just does not remain polite. Okay, it does not show politeness. On the contrary, it shows the threat. Okay, we can find the touch of threat in such sentence, like will you stop talking or not. So it sounds very harsh and very strict. So this one sentence, imperative sentence, can be converted into these three ways. If you want to make a polite command, so you can just convert it into interrogative simply. If you want to be more polite, you can use please before the v1. And if you want to give threat, okay, or you want to express anything with anger, so at that time we have to add or not at the end. It shows kind of threat कि करेगा कि नहीं करेगा. So this shows anger. So now let us see the next example. In imperative, it is written keep quiet. So keep is the v1 form. Okay, so here when we convert into interrogative, we will use will you in the beginning. Will you keep quiet? So it is more polite thing. Then will you please keep quiet? It is more polite. And will you keep quiet or not? It is touch of threat. All right. So now we will learn how to convert imperative to assertive. Till now we have seen the examples of converting imperative to interrogative. Now we will see examples of converting imperative to assertive. So rule number 1, we have to add subject plus should in doing assertive. Okay, what you have to add? Subject plus should. For example, this is imperative sentence, work hard. Work is used in the beginning. This is v1, okay, and it is just the command or order. So if we want to make it assertive, so what we have to keep in mind, we have to add subject, because the format or the structure of assertive sentence is subject plus verb. So here should is verb, and whatever is given command for doing something, so that verb will be used after should. And make sure that always after should we will use only v1 form, because it is auxiliary, and after auxiliary we always use v1 form. So work hard in imperative becomes you should work hard in assertive. What we have done, we have added subject you and verb should auxiliary, and as it is auxiliary verb, we are using only v1 before that. Next rule, please or kindly, if it is given, so you have to replace it by you are requested to, and the meaning remains same. Okay, we are adding subject, and subject will always be you. We don't know who is there, but whoever is there in front of us, we are addressing to that person. So this is second person. So in imperative sentences, always it is understood, though it is not written, it is understood that the subject is always you. Okay, so when please or kindly is given, we'll be replacing them with the you are requested to. And after to also, in infinitive, we know that we use after to, we always use v1. Okay, so here also whatever v1 is used after please or kindly, that will be used here. So please or kindly will be converted into you are requested to, and then as same as it is, we have to add after to. For example, please help me. So it will be converted into you are requested to help me. What we have done here, as it is imperative, it starts with please and v1, and it is assertive, so it starts with subject and verb. Okay, and please is converted into you are requested to. All right, and after to also we use v1. So this is how we convert imperative to assertive. But though we change the structure and everything, but the meaning does not change. Please help me and you are requested to help me both have the same meaning. Now rule number 3, when let us is given, we will replace it with we should, because us, this is the objective pronoun and we will convert it into subjective pronoun. So us becomes we. Why we have to convert it? Because we when we use assertive sentence, obviously we have to add subject first. So we cannot use us as the subject because it is objective pronoun. So we have to use subjective pronouns. So whenever let us is given, we will be replacing let us with we should, and as I said, after should we1, whatever is used after us. For example, let us go on a picnic. So here we have to remove this let us and we can just say that we should go on a picnic. So both have the again same meaning, though the sentence has been transformed from imperative to assertive. Okay, the tone has been changed, the structure has been changed, but the meaning is not changed at all. Rule number 4, let plus noun or pronoun, if this kind of pattern you find in the beginning of the sentence, it should be replaced with subject plus might. Okay, for example, let him play football. So here after let, either noun or pronoun should be used. So here pronoun is used. So we will replace it with subject and might, and subject will be he, because him is given here. So we will convert him into he, as we had converted us into we. So now here we are converting him into he. So as already him is given, we are using that. Otherwise, if subject is not given, as we know, we are using you. So let him play football, that is imperative, and he might play football, that is assertive. So this is the rule, you have to use might after the subject whenever let is given in the beginning. So you have to use. So now let us solve exercise of turning imperative to interrogative. First is wipe the floor. In imperative sentence we use V1, that's why here V1 is used in the beginning. Now we have to convert into interrogative, so we will use will you in the beginning. Okay, will is the verb, then use subject, then wipe verb again, and at the end question mark. So it becomes will you wipe the floor. It becomes little bit polite. Okay, wipe the floor and will you wipe the floor. So this way the meaning remains the same, but the tone is changed. Okay, and the structure and punctuation marks also we have to make changes. Second is please give me your book. So it is imperative. So we will say will you please give me your book, or we can say will you give me your book. But as please is used here, we have also kept it the same. Third is get out of here. So it is actually a threat. Okay, here we can see the anger. So whenever we have to give a threat, so we are adding or not in interrogative. So we will say will you get out of here or not. Okay, so when we add or not, it becomes a threatening sentence. Go to the office. So it will become will you go to the office. So this way it's very simple to turn imperative to interrogative. Now let's see how we can convert imperative to assertive. So please shut the door. This is imperative sentence. It will be converted like we had seen that we should use you are requested. When please is given, we have to use you are requested. So we will say you are requested to shut the door. Please shut the door becomes you are requested to shut the door. Here subject comes first, then verb, okay, and then at the end full stop. So this is called the assertive sentence. Second, get me a glass of water. It is imperative. So in assertive we will say you should get me a glass of water. Third, get out of here. So we will say you should go out of here. And let us go to the school now. So here you can see the use of us. So in all these three sentences we have used you as a subject, but here as I told you, yes converts into we. So we will say we should go to the school now. So I hope you might be clear with these concepts. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can write the comment section. I will reply. Thank you so much.
Bye.